I have to make this video. Oh my god. I finally got around to playing Watch Dogs on the PS4 after a friend bought it and he, he didn't like it, so he said I could have it for cheap. And I can't believe how bad so much of this game is. I mean, going into it, my main issue was the graphics. We all know about, in 2012, at E3 2012, they showed this video that looked amazing, and then a few months before the game released, they were like, oh, by the way, it's not going to look like that. It's going to look, by comparison, it's going to look like shit. It still looks good. I think at times, it even looks next-gen, what I would consider to be next-gen, but it looks completely dog shit compared to what they promised us. But that's in the past. Graphics aside, I'm playing the game, you know, I'm going about on foot. Great fun. I do a gang attack, sneaking around, you know, looking at the camera, scoping the area out. It's all Metal Gear Solid style. Distracting people, taking them down silently, that's all good. Because, you know, I'm a vigilante, not a murderer, so I'm just taking them down, you know, with non-lethal attacks. But as soon as you get into open combat, or as soon as you get behind the wheel of a car, or as soon as you go online, the game turns to shit. I've got to swap hands now. It really does just turn to shit. I mean, the way the cars handle, it's like a bad PS1 game. It's not satisfying or fun. I mean, I played it yesterday, and it just made me want to play a good game with shooting and driving. So I put GTA in. And I was playing GTA and I thought, this is how driving should be. It should make you want to get behind the wheel of a car and slide around corners and do all this business. But you're playing Watch Dogs, the cars, they have no weight. You can't, like, you know, turn one way to get the weight shifting that way and then stick the back end out and do any of this jazz. It's all sort of haphazard and random. The car starts sliding and you think, I'm not really sure how I initiated this and how to pull it off. Too much. Oh, the driving is god awful. You can't shoot from your car. It's like I thought that was a well-established mechanic in games where you could drive now. In games, I mean, like Saints Row, you can shoot from a car, can't you? And that's a bad version of GTA, in my opinion. I know it's got its fans. It's funny. I'll give it that. It's funny, but I don't think it's fun to play. But the driving on Watch Dogs is frankly a joke. Simply a joke. You get these missions where you have to stop a criminal convoy. You can't shoot them. So you think, okay, I'll have to use my hacking abilities, so I'll use my hacking abilities. But then they drive on the freeway, and there's fuck all to hack on the freeway. Nothing. So there's you. At one point, I followed this armoured car. I was following an armoured car, and he had 3 or 4 jeeps following with him that were shooting me, because they can shoot from their cars, but I can't. So I'm trying to take him down, and all I'm doing with my hacks is taking them down, and I'm like, that's no fucking good. So you literally have to ram the cars off the road until they stop moving, right? And doing that with really bad car physics is just terrible. It's just not fun or exciting. And then you're in open combat. If you're lucky, you can scramble out of your car and take cover. But if you're not lucky, if you're not in cover, you're a dead man. You know, you can activate focus, which slows down time, but that only lasts about half a second, so that's almost useless. When what's his name? Aiden. When Aiden fires a gun, it's just fucking all over the place. He's useless. So the combat, open combat, it's anti-fun. It's not just not fun. It's anti-fun. It takes the fun away from you. You get fun when you're running around on foot, you know, sneaking up behind people, taking them down, doing a bit of hacking. That's all good. Your fun meter is going up, and then you get into open combat, and your fun meter starts depleting. More so than when you're driving. The driving you can live with. I was thinking, okay, I can accept poor driving. Hopefully, it won't be most of the game. But open combat, terrible. And I just started the online component. I was just driving along, this message came up saying, do this decryption online. So I was like, okay, I press down, do a decryption, so you wait and wait and it loads. And it just chucked me into the middle of this match. I'm not even joking, I didn't know it was team-based until I died 4 times. I thought it was just, all the information it gave me was, there's information, you got to get it before all the other players do and keep hold of it. Didn't tell me it was going to even be a team-based game. And then, of course, it's open combat, so you think it's literally the worst of the game rolled into one. It's driving, trying to chase people, and then open combat. And I was trying to throw grenades, and I was shooting people, nothing was happening. So it made me angry enough to want to make this video. I've literally just left that online game, and I'm like, oh my god. I would honestly say 90% of this game is pure bullshit. The only things I have actually enjoyed are walking around hacking stuff and looking at people, and gang hideouts. Gang hideouts are good fun. Everything else is just shit. I mean, actually shit. If they make a Watch Dogs 2, probably won't buy it, because this game is just bad. And it's exactly the same as Destiny. It's got potential. It could be good. But it's Ubisoft. They're just demonstrating... Oh, man. They're just demonstrating how they know how to market a game and make a game look good. They don't... I mean, they know how to make games good. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I don't think I had any problems with that, other than the fact that it was hideously ugly. When I saw the character models, I was thinking, oh, I'm sorry, I thought I was playing this on a PS4, but no... But then I did see that game on the PS3, and I was like, oh, maybe it does look better on the PS4. But not the character models, just HD textures. That's all it is on PS4. So Watch Dogs. I'm trying to enjoy it, trying to play it. But I can only play it for about an hour, and then after an hour, I just think, oh man, I could be playing a game where shooting and driving are actually good fun, and then I want to put GTA Online back in. Because that's a game that actually has, I don't know, it's just, it's almost like GTA is the good driving and shooting type free roam type game, and then all these other companies see it doing well, and they're like, oh, we could make a free roam driving and shooting game. So you got Watch Dogs, you got Saints Row, and they're all fucking shit compared to GTA, in my opinion. You may prefer Saints Row. I wouldn't be able to tell you why you would think that, but you may prefer it. I don't know anyone that would prefer Watch Dogs to GTA, because Watch Dogs... It's a good job my mate let me have it for 20 quid, put it that way, because if I paid more than 20 quid for it... Look, look, they're advertising DLC on the pause screen. Watch Dogs Bad Blood DLC is out September 30th. That would have been this year, actually, so it would have been out quite recently. Look, and they're trying to sell me a season pass. Nope! Don't buy season passes after the one for Ghosts. I bought the season pass for Ghosts. I haven't played the third and fourth DLC. You know why? Because it's a PS4 game, and this is the generation of perpetual disappointment. It's like, almost every time I play something on my PS4 now, I just think to myself, oh, I could be playing something better on my PS3. So, I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This generation, the PS4, the Xbox One, I haven't played on the Xbox One, so I can't really speak for it. So, as far as the PS4 goes, for me, this is the generation of perpetual disappointment, because there's all these games that look awesome, and they come out, and they're just either boring or shit. Like this. You start driving on this game, and you think, oh, I'm playing a bad PS1 game, as I mentioned earlier. Terrible. Especially considering they made such a large world, and they gave you this cool mechanic of being able to hack. And it seems like they just got an intern, and they went, hey, make the driving mechanics. Done. I don't see how Watch Dogs can have such clearly high production values and be so bad. I mean, the Assassin's Creed games are okay, but then you look at Unity, which just came out, and it is just universally panned as being a broken, unfinished game. When I first started playing Watch Dogs, a couple of days ago, for the first hour or so, I was like, this is great. You know, I got behind the wheel of a car and I thought, oh, this is a bit poor, but I can live with it. Running around, hacking people, great fun. And now I'm playing it and I'm just getting angry. Getting angry, not because I'm getting beaten. Like on Call of Duty, I get angry if I'm close to getting a kill streak and then someone kills me. I get angry. But that's not the game's fault. That's just the result of me trying to achieve something and not being able to because someone was better than me. I can live with that. But if I'm getting angry just from playing the game, because it's full of shit that's so bad, oh, it's terrible. It really is terrible. Like, I was driving along, and it came up with the yellow circle on the minimap with all the fuzziness going on, and I was like, what is this? Some sort of network thing? What is this? And I saw that a few times, and only just now, I did the first fixer mission for Geordie, and after I did that, it gave me the tutorial on the police. It said, when you see the little yellow circle with the fuzzy bits, that's them scanning. And then when they've spotted you, you got to lose them. And then when you lose them, you have to get out of the grey circle. Guess what? I've already done that a dozen times because I didn't put the game in and go, campaign mission, campaign mission, campaign mission, campaign mission. I did what I do with every free roam game, which is campaign mission, explore the world, do some little side activities, do this, do some hacking, do some gang attacks, do this. I couldn't go 5 meters without another one popping up on the screen, so I was like, oh well, better go do that. So I spent the first 2 hours doing this shit, not knowing how the police worked. And then I get to like the 3rd or 4th story mission, and they go, oh, by the way, now you're like 3 hours in, and you've been playing, and you've done dozens of police chases. Now we're going to tell you how the police work. Poor design, poor tutorial design. I can't believe they did that. They must have thought, people aren't going to want to explore our world. Fuck that. They're just going to want to do the story mission and nothing else. So, I mean, that's a little thing, but it's just, it speaks volumes on the overall design of the game. If they can't even get tutorials right, they put tutorials in strange places. I don't recall having any comprehensive gunplay tutorials. Maybe that's why I hate the shooting. Maybe there's a tutorial that's 2/3 of the way through the game that tells you how to fire a gun. I don't know. So yeah, Watch Dogs, pretty shit.